thank you, Anne. It is a real pleasure to be here at my group. Thanks for having me. Because it's great to have a new start and to be outside and to look on as we do recreate healthcare systems here, not just for Gwent, but actually a real impact across the whole of South and Mid Wales. And I do appreciate it's been a long time coming, so it really is good to have David Jenkins here. He's politely and sometimes less politely told me that this is an issue that needs to be made. And to be fair, when I visited healthcare facilities across the Gwent area, there has been somebody been brave enough to say, will you make a decision? Or is it true that this just isn't going to happen? Because in the time that it's taken, some people didn't necessarily believe we'd get to this day. And that's partly because there's been a fairly united team across Gwent, not just people like Anthony Hunt and people before him in local authorities, but a variety of political actors, some of whom are here today, but I see not just Nick and Mark, but I can't really go on and talk about politicians without pointing out that I think I'm the 5th or maybe 6th health minister who's talked about this particular problem. Every one of them have needed one of these and talked about this. Take the opportunity to say you have to make a choice and you need to make the right choice. So if you want someone who's consistent, who is absolutely on the side, then leave the person out. Just a word of advice, don't get on the wrong side of it. But today is so positive because, as Anne said, this really is about restarting and redesigning the whole health and care system here. This isn't about adding in a new hospital on top of everything that we've got. It really is about redesigning how the hospital system works, but also how the hospital and the whole care system works as well. And that's why it is so important. It's about that heart request as well as primary care as well. And we don't talk enough about primary care, and it's linked into every single part of the hospital system. And this is, of course, a significant investment. Not just the £350 million of capital to spend in times of austerity, and that is a really difficult choice that we have made, but the investment in our staff and what they can and will do for the communities of South and East Wales, because this is about giving people the right place to work, the right environment, the opportunity to redesign how that environment works to deliver care with and for citizens of Wales. And that really doesn't happen very often, so it's an opportunity to be seen and to be really proud of. And not just healthcare, but looking at the work we have here to remind ourselves there's a big economic undertaking in doing this, and to make sure that in creating this site there's really economic benefit to people in Gwent, the people from this area take part in the construction, the delivery, and then the provision and the acquisition of healthcare thereafter. So I'm delighted to be here today, not just to cut the turf to start this project off, but in particular the naming of this hospital as the Grange University Hospital. So no longer the SCCC, but the Grange University Hospital, and I do hope that people will be tremendously proud not just of building and creating this hospital, but the many years of service it provides for each and every one of you and families right across this part of the world. It is a pleasure to be here today, and I'm sure I won't slip my nose in Spain. getting a reference.